gentlemen, I said I need to hear the revs of your hand claps. From 7,000 RPMs to possibly now 10,000, right? Now, that is indeed bound to be an exciting part of Africa Rally. I have been asked that Mr. Kisitu, you ask your team to come forward so that we can actually clearly see them. And we know who designed the super special, who will have designed the service pack. Please, gentlemen, come forward. COC, the deputies, and all the others, come forward for a photo moment quickly to have our gathering here know who exactly you are. If many of you may realize that in the movement of things at FMU, we are trying to get not just single individuals into these kind of positions of work, but then also the competitors too. I must admit that there is a 60%, if anything, 80% composition of former competitors and those still competing, organizing the Path of Africa Rally. And that indeed makes a very big difference because quite often we hear concerns here and there, and we have decided, let us put the competitors into the mix to give us a wonderful event. Mr. J.B. Achal is an MX champion in veteran class, or master veteran? Veteran class, still a very young man. George Semakula is a two-time national rally champion, co-driver. Mr. Charles Semeko has a plethora of events behind him, having organized several championship rounds as a club, of course. Mr. Aaron Samba, just as much a competitor with a wealth of experience. Mr. Sewanga there, indeed, if you have a wrong entry into your service pack, that is a time penalty. You know who to blame. Right? That is the gentleman. He's in charge of your service pack. Please ensure that you have your things fixed and orderly. Mr. Hakim Bawanda, a national rally co-driver champion just as well. We have a cluster of things here, of people that we've put together to have this part of Africa Rally, of the champions alone. And Mr. Kisitu himself, King, who has ironically never put in the part of Africa Rally. And that is a fact. You've never finished the pack. And in 2025, we're organizing one. This one, I'm sure we are going to finish. Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, our clerk, of course, and his deputies for the 2025 Shell V-Power. All of Africa. Thank you very much. Gentlemen, you may please take your seats. The COC has said, drivers, prepare your cars. And with us here are drivers, champions at that. That brings me to ask, gentlemen, are you ready for the Pearl of Africa Rally? Fantastic. And I'll start with Ronald here from Shell, sponsored by Shell. Ronald, the Pearl of Africa Rally is here. What are your expectations?
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Ronald. I try to drive all parts, but I'm getting second, third. But my dream, I need number one. I think this 2025, I'm going to put my effort. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ronald. I will ask that Ronald, you have said your comments, but kindly come forward, please. Duncan as well, kindly come forward. And Byron. I have been told Mr. Nassam is in the house, the 2010 National Rally Champion. 2010 National Champion. Please come forward. Meanwhile, as I made mention of name somebody asked for Yanyama the good champion. Yes, he has. In 2010. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our drivers here. All of them have a wealth of experience in competing in the National Rally Championship. All of them have titles. I think in between them are 6 national titles of the 4 drivers we have in front of us. Ronald Serubuzi has told us he has driven the Pearl of Africa Rally, finished second, finished third. Quite often and in more places he has finished second. He wants to go one better in 2025. We wish him well. Byron Gomoka, just as well. The Pearl of Africa Rally has been an event you've taken part in before. What are you preparing for us? You've been out of action for a couple of months. What are you preparing for us this year?
All protocol observed. Good morning. MC Leon, thank you so much for having this. I have done about 5 Pearl of Africa rallies, and the interesting thing is my very first Pearl of Africa rally in 2017, I was last. And the last Pearl of Africa I participated in, I was second, that's 2023. So I was this close to winning the Pearl. So it's a story in a way. But not to sneak peek into what I'm preparing. Let's wait and see what comes up. Please keep the page open. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Byron. The other question would be, you're coming back for the Pearl. You've been out of action.
Yes, I've been quite busy. Details not to be revealed, but not so long from now.
Fantastic. We look forward to you returning to the cockpit. Duncan, aka Chikankane Mubiru, national champion 2021/2022. 2021. Great, thank you very much. You had an exciting round in Mbara, rolled your car then, but still came back to drive the Pearl and give us a very good time. Duncan, tell me, 2025 is here with us. What do we expect?
Thank you very much. As a champion, with my colleague here, I was going to ask you, have you ever been a champion? He said yes, but his champion, I think, is expired. I'm very happy to be as I've ever been a champion. I couldn't know that I would ever. But since I'm a champion, even if I retire now, I have no problem. But I wish I can win this year, but 2025. Even if I retire, no problem.
Thank you very much, Duncan. You may please hand over the microphone to Nasser. Duncan says, after winning this year's Pearl, he is retiring, but nobody is going to allow you to retire. Duncan, there are many more championships under your belt that we need to pick, but yes, I will look forward to having you and watching you with that Ford in the stages of Mbarara. It's quite obvious to see that Champion Nash here is clad in the KCB Bank colors. Indeed, there is something in the works between you and KCB. But since 2010, it's 15 years now, you've come back to rally. Hopefully, the championship coming around the corner, possibly, but the Mbara rally is one you want to have in the bag. Tell me, possible?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. My name's Nasser Mutebi. They call me Rally Champion 2010. It's a bit absurd for Duncan to think that the championship expires. I just want to remind him that once a champion, always a champion. Yeah, the organizing committee, Pearl of Africa, Rally 2025 edition, the main sponsor, Shell, and KCB, plus other sponsors present. We thank you very much for giving us an opportunity yet again to race in 2025. And we pray that you keep doing so that the sport we love so much keeps alive. Yeah, our 2025 Pearl of Africa rally is going to be a little bit different because now we have green fuel loading. You can see. So I'll wait for someone else to talk about that. I wouldn't say it now, but after saying that, I think Leon, you already know what my plans will be. The moment I load green fuel, plans are going to change. Maybe the maiden Pearl of Africa rally accolade, the greatest one, may be coming in 2026, not this year.
Thank you very much, NASA. Ladies and gentlemen, let us put our hands together for our national rally champions who have told us much about the expectations for this year's Shell V-Power, Pearl of Africa Uganda rally. I said I really want to hear those hand claps in the 10,000 rows. Please. Thank you very much. Now, our event, or several of our rounds of the National Rally Championship, cannot happen without the shot in the arm by our partners or our sponsors. The FMU Marketing Commission has been out to do a lot of work, finding, fishing, casting their net to get us people who will partner with us for our rallies, our events. The Shell V-Power Pearl of Africa rally is different. It attracts the big ones and everybody else. To tell us more about how they've been going about with the fishing, I would like to invite Mr. Saidi Kaketo from the Marketing Commission FMU to tell us more about the sponsors for the Shell V-Power Pearl of Africa rally, and he will later invite our sponsor from KCB Bank, who is here with us this morning.
Thank you, Leon. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am by names of Saidi Ali Kaketo. I am assisting the event manager, Haji Amidu Gombe, and on behalf of FMU, and on behalf of the president, who is the chairman of the Marketing Commission, I will briefly take you through the sponsors of the Pearl of Africa rally. Of course, as you can see, and like all the speakers have been praising Shell V-Power, KCB, we have more sponsors. I'll take you guys to the banner here. Shell V-Power are the title sponsors, I think, for 10 years now. They've been the consecutive title sponsors. That is, the company is Vivo Energy, and the brand Shell Fuels, Shell Lubricants, diesel, petrol, and then V-Power. There were questions too. Some people were like, but our cars are taking diesel, you're telling us Shell V-Power. The issue is Shell. What we want is to bring out the brand of Shell, and Shell has got a lot of other sub-brands, the lubricants, the diesel fuel, the regular fuel, and then the Shell V-Power fuel. But particularly today, or about the Power Rally, we are promoting Shell V-Power fuel. But if your car is diesel, nonetheless, you go to Shell and you get your diesel fuel. You will still have supported Shell. The other sponsor is KCB Bank. KCB Bank have been with us from the time they came to do business in Uganda. Actually, Motorsport gave them the platform to market their brand. And I remember 2012, 2013, they were the title sponsors. And the event was called KCB Pearl of Africa Rally. So, something special about KCB Bank this time round is the t-shirt I am putting on. You can all see me. It's called KCB Pay. the digits to dial to transact with KCB Pay are here on me. *244*9# and you transact with KCB Pay. You can do so many things with KCB Pay. The representative from KCB is here will give more details. But my interest here is buying a ticket to watch the Pearl of Africa rally. So we are using this platform of KCB Pay to buy a ticket to watch the Pearl. This year's Pearl of Africa is a bit commercialized. The way we have packaged it, like the COC talked about the stages, we want to drive our funds to support our sponsors. In that way, a fund will have to do transaction with the sponsors, and mainly Shell and KCB. All these other funds, for example, the hotel people, that is obvious. You sleep in a hotel, you take Coca-Cola, you enjoy the services of the security, police, UPDF, that is government, and National Council. But for KCB and Shell, we have been doing rallies for a long time where the funds have not taken it as a point to support the sponsors. Like I've told you, these sponsors have been with us for so many years. And it seems that they are not realizing why they are sponsoring us. For example, we were doing our rallies in Jinja and Luero, and you find that some people are fueling with other fuel companies instead of fueling with Shell. So the design of this year that we did, thank God we were able to get a farm. That farm is in Agric. It's a Ministry of Agriculture facility in Mbarara. It is called the Nshara Farm. The place is called Akagate, and it is all close. It is near to the park. So when we secured that, we said, how can we design a rally and drive all the funds to support our sponsors? So we say, because these stages are in the farm, they are closed. To access, it is controllable. So we say, instead of charging people, because we have a super special stage where we are going to charge people 10,000, then we said, how about the stages in the farm? We decided that we run or we do a promotion with the two sponsors, the fuel sponsor and the financial sponsor, who is KCB. So all we want the funds to do is to buy fuel from Shell stations, and then you get a sticker or a wristband to allow you to access the stages. These stages are the stages in a Greek farm. I also tell you about the stages. So what you do, you go to Shell, you say, I am buying fuel to go and watch the Pearl of Africa rally in Mbarara, and every 100,000 shillings that you fuel, you get a sticker or a wristband. So when you come to these stages at the farm, our team is going to ask you to prove if you really took the fuel at Shell. Another thing that you can do is to open an account with KCB Bank. You know, when somebody will say, I'll come and tell them that I opened. No, we have a way to verify that you opened an account with KCB. The KCB will give you have to show us your account number in a message. So when you show us your account number, we let you in. But again, you can still transact. You can pay for water, for light. You can pay for groceries using *244*9#. And you pay for those things, and then you get a message which will show us at the closed farm stages, and you access. The other stage at Lukali is for paying 10,000 K, and you can still buy a ticket by dialing *2449# and you buy a ticket. The merchant code for people who want to watch the super special stage is 125122. The merchant code for people who want to buy online tickets to watch the shakedown and qualifying on Thursday at Lukali, the super special stage at Lukali, and the last stage of the day, the Shell V Power stage still at Lukali. You have to buy a ticket to enter there. These other stages, you have got to do a transaction with the two sponsors to access. If you feel that is hard for you, we created a way out for those the ones who run things slowly. We have the Rumara stage. It's an open stage. Its viewing point is at Kanyayeru. If you think these two are hard, for example, you're traveling by bus, you're traveling by public means, and you have nowhere to buy the fuel, or you don't want to open an account, you are not going to come to Akagate Farm to watch 3 stages there. You will have to go to Kanyayeru and watch the Rumara stage. It's a free stage. That means you are not going to watch also the super special at Lukali unless you are going to pay. And if you pay, you're going to buy a ticket by dialing *2944, which eventually guarantees you to go and watch the other stages. So it is that easy. Now, there is a way you can do 2 things at a go. You can go to Shell. You buy fuel by dialing these codes. And then you ask the Shell station to give you their merchant code to pay for the fuel. At that time, you have transacted with KCB. At the same time, you have bought fuel. You will have a message, of course, after paying for fuel, and then you even get a sticker. So that is how we have designed it this year. But if you are a thinker, this shows you that in time ahead to come, we are going to move away from free stages. If we keep on getting farms, even in our NRC events, if we are able to get farms and we are doing closed stages, we are going to commercialize the sport for our sponsors to realize the benefit as to why they sponsor, and even the fans to enjoy very well. Because these stages design have gazetted viewing points. Which makes it less for our staff, the safety marshals, the police, to start chasing people. The other advantage with the closed stages is to the drivers. When they know that they are running in closed places, they unleash themselves to the maximum. When they have no scare of the boda, the tippers, and all that. So you see that where we are headed is to have closed stages. I'm going to briefly talk about the stage names. The COC was unable to talk about the stage names, but we have named our stages after some important people who we are dealing with, or the ones that we have dealt with before. For example, there is a stage in memory of the late Charles Muhanji. Charles Muhanji, you all know him, is a former African rally champion, actually the only Ugandan to have won the African championship. So we have a stage named after him. We also have a stage called Ankole Cow. The Ankole Cow stage is derived from the Mbarara area where we have gone. You all know Mbarara is associated with cows. And the cow that they have there is the Ankole cow. And the farm where we are going to drive from, an agric farm, that is the center for those Ankole cows. If you want to buy one, you reach out to those people and you can buy yourself one cattle. The other stage is Kaguta stage. We named that stage after Kaguta. because of the support we are enjoying from Kabuta's sons. And notably, one of us, Sodo Aine, who has been part of this whole organization to see that we secure the places and we even rally from Barara. The other one is his brother, Michael Nwajira, known as Toyota, and General Sale, who is actually the patron of FMU. You know, when we went to Kapeka, he gave us land. So many people of you reach out to him for support in rallying. Those are the people that we looked at and eventually gave a name of Kabuta Stage, just to appreciate the service and support that we get from those people. Of course, not forgetting the President of Uganda as well. The other stage is a Rukali stage, the place for the super special, named after the Honorable Member of Parliament, called Mwesigwa Robert Rukali, MP for Barara City North. Of course, for his land there, and for the support that he has accorded to us in preparation of this Pearl of Africa rally. I see the MC is showing me his meaning that I have taken much of the time, but I hope that I have made it clear as to the commercial part, of the event. There is another stage which I have forgotten, the one which I told you has a big point at Kanyadieru. That stage is called Rumara, Moses Rumara stage, of course named after, you all know Moses Rumara. And you can see that Moses Rumara continues to inspire us. We all know what he did in January, the amounts of money he injected in the rally, and the association he has with most of the competitors. So we also gave him that stage name to appreciate what he's apparently doing for the sport. This is not the time for Q&A. If there are any other questions, they will come in the last session. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Saidi Ali Kaketo from the FMU Marketing Commission and also the Assistant Event Manager for the 2025 Shell V-Power Pearl of Africa Rally. People, our sport is being commercialized, and indeed it is the path we are taking. We'll have a Q&A session later. Kindly keep that question. It's burning, but keep it. We'll have a Q&A session later. It's important for us to recognize the fact that FMU is now standing strong because of the support of the government of Uganda. Through the National Council of Sports, we are able to access as much as 1.2 billion Uganda shillings from the government. 2.4 billion Uganda shillings for the whole year. Ladies and gentlemen, a couple of years ago, would barely get a penny. Today, we are flexing with other big federations like football. Football is getting 17 billion. We are at 2.4. We have a lot of catching up to do, but we shall get there. But we are indeed grateful from what government offers motorsport, and indeed they offered us land to go and drive. Mr. Saidi Kaketo spoke about the Nagrik farm. I must say I have done Sunday Sato already. Yes, I have done Sunday Sato already. For those of you who do not know what Sunday Sato is, ask your neighbor. They will tell you what Sunday Sato means in motorsport. But I would like to pass a warning. And this is for all who are going to do Reiki. Please, please, please. The stages are so beautiful. As you drive through, you'll see a zebra on one side. you will see an antelope on another. What we're jokingly calling samba. Can samba jekari. So not the arrow, but the animal. But also the Ankole cows. Those cows are beautiful. Somehow you want to pick one and put it in your car. That won't be possible. I, however, must warn you, for those who are going to do your recce, the cows there are labeled. The cows there are what? The cows there are what? And these are the initials on those cows. Y, K, M. That is a fact. The cows in the places you are going to do your recce are labeled Y, K, M. Please do not knock any of those cows. The cows there are labeled Y, K, M. You will see them for yourselves. You will come back and attest to the fact that yes, the cows were labeled that. Please do not knock our cows. We were talking money earlier, and Mr. Saidi Kaketo brought in the issue of money. I would like to recognize the presence of Mr. Joseph Mwangala, the treasurer of FMU. Ladies and gentlemen, our Mr. Money here. He has since learned the phrase of our Minister of Finance. Colleagues, the money is what? Colleagues, the money is coming. I would also like at this moment to recognize the presence and on behalf of coming in from the National Council of Sports, our liaison for motorsport in the National Council of Sports, Ivan Nwajira Nwamanya. Thank you very much. I'll go straight into talking money. We have all seen we have big sponsors. They have been with us for years on, and they still continue to be with us. Our drivers will be benefiting from what is being offered from our sponsors, but that entirely is not my job to reveal. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ms. Sheila Awori, the acting head of marketing at the KCB Bank of Uganda, to give us her remarks of KCB's involvement in this year's Pearl of Africa Rally.
The President of the Federation of Motorsports. I was getting scared, but it's good that it's standing by. I think I needed protection. So the President of the Federation of Motorsport Clubs of Uganda, Honorable Jimmy Akena, our rally drivers and partners, KCB staff, guests in your respective capacities, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Sheila Awori. I am the acting head of marketing, KCB Bank. And it's a great pleasure for us actually at KCB Bank to join hands with the Federation of Motorsport Clubs to basically elevate the sporting spirit, to inspire the young talent, and also to firmly position Uganda on a continental motorsport map. KCB promised last year to join this sponsorship, and here we are at it. And we are very privileged to be among the participants, plus also the sponsors of this event. And we're excited to see another thrill of adrenaline rush through our spirits as we watch and also enjoy the races during this year's event. This year, we are once again proud to reaffirm our commitment, not just for the rally event, but especially for our KCB rally drivers who continue to display unmatched courage and determination on and off track. We are also excited to officially unveil our KCB rally team tomorrow, and we are kindly inviting the press to join us tomorrow at KCB, our Lugogo branch at Lohana Towers. I hope you remember that we moved from Commercial Plaza to Lohana Towers. That's along Lugogo bypass. So we invite you to join us as we unveil and reveal our drivers. So on behalf of KCB, we would like to really extend our sincere appreciation to the Federation. And on that note, we'd like to present our cash prize. This year, so with great pride and honor, we announce our cash contribution of 80 million Uganda shillings.
I will ask Mr. Saidi to the chair of the Marketing Commission and ExCom members to come forward and receive our bounty of 18 million Uganda shillings for this year's Pearl of Africa Rally from KCB Bank. Thank you very much, KCB, for that money. I look forward to a year, possibly next year, where we add another zero after the 0 after 8. That will be very, very wonderful. But for now, we're very grateful for the 18 million Uganda shillings towards this year's Pearl of Africa Rally and something else that will be revealed about that contribution.
So with that said, we'll still stand by me. So at KCB Bank, our support to the motorsports goes beyond sponsorship. We look forward to an opportunity to also socialize with the fans, but also to just engage with them in order to understand and also to pick out how we can well position ourselves to tailor products and also services that are befitting to the communities that we serve. Otherwise, from KCB Bank, we wish our drivers a very safe race. It's going to be competitive, but we wish you all the very best. For people, for better. Thank you once again.
Gentlemen, let us thank KCB, Ms. Sheila Awori, for the contribution and indeed well deserved from KCB. Fantastic, fantastic. Sheila, just a quick one. Have you had him drive in a rally car before? Have you had him drive in a rally car before? Or almost? There's that saying almost doesn't count. A Subaru. These days we are flying differently. We have Ford Protos, we have Skodas coming, we have Mitsubishis, but even the Subaru boys are there. And yes, but thank you very much for the contribution from KCB. We are indeed grateful. I have been told that that amount is not just for the Pearl of Africa Rally, but for subsequent NRC events as well. No? Well, either way, we are coming back to knock at your door. Yes? We are coming back to knock at your door, but indeed, we'd love, just as much as we are having our stages painted red and green, would be happy to have the National Rally Championship painted all green. Fantastic, lovely. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, let us put our hands together, and this time louder, for KCB Bank of Uganda for their contribution